Hello and welcome to this short tutorial on the upcoming Ignite Sales app. Because much of Ignite Sales is going to function the way that Sales Tracker did, this video will highlight how to navigate to Ignite Sales, the changes you'll need to know to track your quotes and commissions, the expected and best process for using Ignite Sales, why that process is best for you and the company, with some data to prove it, and what resources you now have, as well as what resources are upcoming in Ignite Sales and in Ignite more broadly. So let's get started. Before beginning to navigate to Ignite Sales, make sure you're using Google Chrome. Ignite will not function in Internet Explorer. And once you're in Google Chrome, you can get to Ignite Sales in any of several ways. You can enter the web address, or you can go through Okta using the extension dropdown or the Okta apps page. And if you forget how to get to Ignite Sales, don't worry. A page at the old Sales Tracker web address will contain a link to the new app when Ignite Sales goes live. Still, we strongly recommend that you bookmark this new address. Once there, you'll sign in using the same login information that you used to log into your course and computer. That's your 3 initials, followed by your department code and whatever password you've been assigned. And you're in. Once you've entered Ignite Sales, you can see these new customizable graphs. These will give you a good bird's eye view of your sales pipeline and commission statistics. If you hover your mouse over these circled eyes, you'll be able to see explanations of exactly what data is being measured based on your role. So feel free to play around with these charts in order to get a better idea of what stats you'll find useful to monitor. Also, these colors will stay connected to specific categories, so you'll now be able to understand your graphs at a glance. On the left-hand side of the screen, you'll see this expanding sidebar. And in this expanding sidebar, you'll have the same navigation options as you do at the top of the screen. There will be other Ignite apps forthcoming in the sidebar, but for now it's just the Ignite Sales app navigation menu and these recently viewed links. And with these links, you'll be able to quickly get back to the 5 most recent quotes, accounts, contacts, and commissions that you visited. But you'll spend most of your time on the quote screen, so you should take some extra time to get most familiar with the changes we made here. And the biggest change to the quotes page is that there are new filter options. You can filter the products by searching in this field here, or the worksite by searching in this field here. You can also now filter by status, which should be incredibly useful. You can still sort by sales price, worksite, and created, proposed, estimated close, and won lost dates, but you can also filter these fields now. Except for sales price, this field is just cosmetic. If you click on the date fields, a calendar will pop up for you to select the start or end date of the range you'd like to filter. If you filter by status date, you'll pull up every account that has a date within that specified window of time. And when combined, all these new sort and filter functions in Ignite Sales will save you a lot of time and give you a lot of insight on your quotes. Details of any record on any list view can be accessed by clicking the row to expand it. Quotes, accounts, contacts, and commissions each utilize this new functionality to quickly access the information needed. If you wish to edit a quote, click the Edit Quote button in a row you've expanded. And once in the Edit Quote window, the Save button will be grayed out until you've made changes, and the When This Quote button will be grayed out until you've filled out all required fields and saved. Clicking on New in any of these fields will pull up a dialog box to add a worksite, contact, or customer. Clicking on Add Quote Line will expand and open new text entry boxes for you to enter product, quoted price, and cost. Always be sure to click Save in order to add the quote line. You can also edit a quote line by clicking on it, editing the fields, and clicking Edit Quote Line. If you wish to delete the quote line, you can simply click this red X. Adding multiple recipients will work much the same way. Simply select multiple recipients at the top of the screen and save. You'll notice that the When This Quote button will be grayed out until you add at least one more recipient, and you'll add this recipient at the bottom of the screen, beneath the quote lines. Here, you'll provide the name of the recipient and the amount that will be billed to them. Make sure in these autocomplete fields that you either click the account or press enter. If you simply arrow down to the account you wish to select and then click out, it may look as though you've selected this account successfully, but when you try and save and win the quote, it will show up as empty. Heads up, if you want to search in Ignite Sales, results will no longer be filtered out as you type. You must now press enter or click outside of the search field in order to receive results. Despite this, you now have many nuanced search options. These added search fields will help you to search for specific data. For example, in the past, if you wanted to search worksite data in the quotes page, you would have had to use the general search bar. which would have returned results on products, address line 1, and city in addition to the worksite. Now you have the ability to search a single field, meaning you can filter for the information you need more easily and reliably than before. Simply search in the bar above the field you'd like to filter by. And don't forget, you can use multiple filtering options on each page to further narrow down the results. However, if you'd still like to make a more general search, the quotes and commissions pages still have a general search bar. On the quotes page, this will search the worksite's title, address line 1, city, and products fields, as well as the customer we will bill's address line 1 and city fields. On the commissions page, the general search bar will scan the title, worksite, customer we will bill, address line 1, and city. And on the commissions page, there are some new filtering and sorting items as well. You can now filter out irrelevant groups and status dates. You can still filter by status, salesperson, and title as well. We have removed the branch filtering option. It's also important to talk about how you should use Ignite Sales, as there are best practices which can improve your performance and income. First, you should create a quote draft for all budgetary quote opportunities, or any opportunity that you know is out there, have a general idea about, but aren't sure of monetarily. Second, we expect you to treat the additional notes field as your own personal executive assistant. You should log nearly every date of interaction or attempted contact. Be sure to write the date before any text. You should write simple, direct, and brief summaries of opportunities, as well as insights into your contact, their personality and interests, actions or angles to avoid, anything you believe might help you make a sale or retain a future contract with that company. Third, quotes should only go into active status when you've already proposed. When a quote goes active, you're communicating to your manager that you expect to win this quote by the estimated or updated close date. Fourth, whenever creating or editing a quote, you should check the estimated close date for accuracy. If you believe the date is inaccurate, update it. You should never have an active or draft status quote with a past due date. And finally, at least once per month, you should manage your quotes by filtering estimated close dates. Enter the present date into the end date field, then filter by active status. Any quotes that appear should be updated to a new won-lost status or estimated close date. Then do the same after filtering for draft quotes. You should also check for upcoming estimated close dates, at least once per month. And you should follow these steps because tracking your opportunities and quotes in Ignite Sales is a proven way to improve your sales performance. The sales associates who enter and edit more active and draft status quotes in the company software consistently outperform the associates who don't spend as much time in the tracker. The associates who don't use Ignite Sales in the recommended manner are on pace to average $500,000 total dollars won this year, in comparison to the $900,000 average of the most active sales associates. Total gross margin dollars won, the sales associates with fewer tracked quotes are on pace to average less than half of the average gross margin dollars won by the most active associates. In short, using Ignite Sales as intended will help you and KFS to exceed our collective goals. There are other features and apps forthcoming, so be on the lookout for them in this sidebar. Account Master Data is next on the horizon for the Ignite development team, followed by an estimator update to Ignite Sales. Project management, contracts, work order management, inventory, purchasing, and invoicing apps will also be appearing in this sidebar in the future. Mobile functionality is also forthcoming. All of that customer data, product information, management tools, and more will be synced and cleaned for your usage. In addition, Corson's IT team is interested in building upon the software according to your needs. If you'd like to see a particular feature added to the suite, the IT team wants to know. They can't build it if they don't know you want it. So file an Ignite Sales enhancement request in ServiceNow explaining your problem and any suggested fixes. Doing this is no guarantee that the feature will be built, but it will give the development team insight into what is needed and desired by the most sales associates. They'd be grateful for you taking the steps to inform them about your usage. If you encounter a problem or you have questions, be sure to check out our FAQ, quick reference guide, user manuals, or log your issue in ServiceNow. The links to these references are below. Thank you for visiting Corson University and for watching this brief tutorial.